Hi there. Today we are going to be going over exactly what you need to carry with you to and from your place of work. Everyone always asks me, Sean, why are you so into bags? Why are you so into gear and kit and bags? Well, when it comes right down to it, the things you own you should put the absolute utmost thought into them because you're spending your hard-earned dollars to buy a product that should be useful and should be able to stand up to some use. The way you carry these products around with you, of course, would have to be bag. The final session of bags that you want to, the bag you're probably going to use more than any other bag, the end-all be-all bag should be your work bag. And what I've chosen to employ as a work bag is a Hatch range bag. I find that the range bags look like everyday bags. No one really looks twice at them. They look kind of like, you know, the kind of bags someone would carry to and from work. They're not quite as hardcore as a backpack. They're a little bit more versatile in webbing, and they enable you to carry a lot of equipment. Laptop bags, I've found for the most part, are a waste of time. If you can skip past that, go with a range bag because it's designed to carry heavier equipment. It will last you a longer time. The bag I wound up going with was a Hatch bag. It's made by a company called Hatch. I'm not really recommending you should go with Hatch particularly. This was their bag I bought. I got it for dirt cheap. It was like, I think it was 80 bucks at Dave's or something like that. That's Canadian. It's probably made in Vietnam or something like that, and you can get all political about it, but the bottom line is if you need a good, strong, functional bag for cheap, this would be the way to go. Moving around the bag, it's got a lot of really interesting features. It's got a shoulder strap, comes with, that is detachable, which is great because if you don't want to be lugging that thing around, I'd recommend leaving it on because if you take it off, everyone knows you'll lose all your parts to all your equipment the minute you remove them. So I always leave mine attached. And it's got, of course, the carry handles with a little Velcro strappy on them. I don't even know who started that Velcro strappy, but I think it's a good idea, generally speaking. Mind you, Velcro's bad because it's loud, so if you're going to be having it in your car, you put it on the passenger seat, it'll sit very nicely. Your seatbelt can hook around it, keep everything in place. Going around the outside of the bag, the things that are open are the things you are going to need first, okay? The things that are most commonly you're going to need. I keep a lunch, a spare set of food right here. This is what I like to call my Afghanistan special. This guy here is a menu number 2 boneless pork chop. I think they should be dropping these en masse over there. I think they'd be great. You know, they're perfectly useful. It comes with a heater bag. Everything you need in here to have a hot meal except for a little bit of water is in here. There's a heater pack in here, everything. So this guy here is a menu number 2, and unfortunately the US government property, its commercial resale is unlawful. So you can't you know, sell these, which is kind of weird. Commercial resale. So I guess if you sell them commercially, it's bad. But they sell them at Dave's, so you can buy them there. Anyway, and also you want to have some water. Now, a thermos is a very, very handy thing to purchase. You can get them anywhere. You can get really high-grade thermoses. I like stainless thermoses. You can subdue them with colors if you want, paint it matte black, but always have it full of hot water. Hot water is hard to come by when you're out in the bush. It's a difficult thing to come across. You have to build a fire, you got to get pots, you got to get the water, make sure it's clean, and you got to get it hot. But thanks to technology, we now have thermoses which will hold more than enough water to make an instant coffee, or just in case you need warm water to wash your hands, or in case you need it for sanitary reasons, whatever. Having hot water is always essential. As well, I work in security, so the only thing I'm really allowed to carry is a flashlight. Now, Canadian law stipulates that security guards are allowed to carry a 3-cell mag light. This is it. This is all, as of right now, as 2004, all you can carry at this moment in time. It cannot be any longer than 3 cells long. If it is, then it can be. They can argue that it's a club and a weapon. But this is what the modern civilian has reduced the armament to in Canada. This is what we're allowed to carry, is this flashlight. And even if you have a folding knife, if you can open it with one hand, they can claim that that's a prohibited weapon. So really, this is it. This one here you can get for about between 30 and 40 bucks. Made in Ontario in the United States, and of course it's a mag light. Now, of course you've always got your LED light on your belt, but having a mag light is always handy because it is heavy. Sometimes you need a heavy stick. It's good to have a heavy stick, and they mount very, very conveniently to here. Also, ironically enough, I don't have it with me today, but a katana mounts on this perfectly well, especially if you go with a smaller katana like a ninja toe or something like that. It only comes out to about there. An Ontario knife company make a combat sword, which I've modified purely for my own entertainment purposes, that mounts this bag perfectly. For right now, legally, all you're allowed to carry is in fact one mag light. Over here, I've got my LAN cable because I use this for my, you always want to make sure you got a cable. Everyone brings a Wi-Fi card and they bring their card, but nobody's got cables. Remember your cables. Then you've got this little unit here, comes off. This is the flashlight holder, so it just straps on your belt and then drops in. Made by Calder Ridge. There's any number of these on the market. And in here, I keep an emergency road flare. Flares are great because it's really hard for them to stop working once they start. If you need light right now and you're outside, like how many times have you seen that happen in movies or what have you, where they'll be outside or something, the flashlight starts to flicker, you know, they're investigating something and the flashlight starts to go. Fuck that. No, that's when you start breaking out flares. I'm sorry, oh hey, my electronics is starting to go. Let's go with good old-fashioned chemical reactions. Really hard to stop those. And as well, I've got a Canadian Forces boot band attached to a spare key. Now this key here is kind of hidden a little bit. You don't want to broadcast that it's attached to that. So you tuck lock it inside this little slot here, down, and that key is for this lock. Now, you keep one key on your belt, you keep one key attached to your flare, or in another location hidden around the bag in case you need to get into the bag. But sometimes if you're in a location, or you're at a hotel, you're at a con or something like that, you want to make sure you lock your equipment. So these bags come with extra large rings on them here, where you lock all of these little snips together, right? You take it through there, and then through here, right? And you kind of weasel it all up, and you could probably hook another one in there and just snap her down, and then that's it. It's very hard to get into this bag now. Now, granted, they can pick up the bag and they can run with it, but let's say like you've got your laptop in here, you've got some Wi-Fi equipment here, you've got your digital camera in here. You want to make sure that you just want to slow them down. If they're convinced they're going to get into this bag, I mean, it's nothing. If I want into this bag, I'm just going to open the bag up and go from there, right? But the idea is to show that the bag is secure and there's people concerned with security. So I always recommend having a way to lock your kit. Kit left adrift must be a gift. Always make sure your gear is secure. One WOG, one kit. Now moving around to the side pouches here. On the outside here, they got a variety of pouches. You can configure this any way you want. I keep a cell phone charger in here just so that you can plug into the wall or whatever, because bear in mind, if you're at work and something goes wrong, you're 8 hours a day. How long do you actually spend inside your house? How long do you spend near the rest of your kit? So you gotta make sure you got everything you need with you in case something were to go wrong in this one bag. On the side here, I've got a power adapter. Everyone should have one of these. You can get them anywhere, Canadian Tire, any of those little Circuit City stores. Takes any car cigarette lighter and transfers it to a power source. You can use it to recharge your laptop, batteries, what have you. On to the other side. Oh wait, but there's more. Interesting feature about this bag, which you didn't even notice and I didn't tell you about. But inside, if you look, there's actually a hidden compartment right here where you can keep extra documents and things of that nature in case you've got, you know, fake ID or whatever. You can throw that down in there. As well on the side here, I've got my my watch programming case because my laptop's inside, and I've got a PCMCII card reader that goes with USB so that I can transfer data with my digital camera. Again, you got to bear in mind that you may not be able to get back to your house to be able to look at images, so if you have to do any editing or email data on the fly, you got to go from there. Before we get inside, let's look at the other side here. This one's really straightforward. I keep 2 lemon canisters here. This was the covered with Cooking with Sean Kennedy. These 2 canisters are enough fast fluid to keep one person sustained for about a day. So with both of these and this pack and the water, you've got enough food here for 2 days. So with nothing else, no external source, you wake up in a desert, you've got enough food here, providing, you know, heat loss and all the rest of it, but you can stay alive for at least 2 days fairly comfortably. If you need to stretch that out, I think there's, I can't remember how many calories are in one of these packs, but it's designed for a fighting soldier. So this is a meal where you're going to be spending a lot of energy. Inside the bag, the first thing you want to be able to get at is some reading material. I always like to read up on suppressed science, things like that. So I recommend looking at more non-fiction than fiction, but in a lot of fiction authors, like everyone knows I'm a Robert Heinlein fan, things like that, make sure you're learning something. Don't read garbage. Put good things into your mind. So you got some reading material. That should be readily accessible because, again, you should be pretty bored at work. If you're not bored at work, get a job where you're bored so you can use that time to your advantage. Also, you're probably going to get cold. So rather than having a sweater, I keep a fleece vest inside my bag here. And it's also handy in case you need to change, change your look really quickly. It's an instant disguise. I'm wearing a black shirt, but if I was wearing any other color, this thing here zips up, kind of makes you look, well, changes your look, you know, right off the top. It's easy, warm, convenient, no problems. Going back down to the bag here, what do we got? Well, we got a variety of little things that you'd need. I highly recommend always having some sort of a music player. I can't recommend any particular music player, so I'm recommending an obsolete Panasonic tape player that's waterproof. Tape players like these ones here were the big rage back in the late 80s, early 90s, and they made them all waterproof for joggers and everything like that. I think they're great. Inside, of course, you just run your tape through your media out into an audio in on any cassette player, and you can make your own tapes out of MP3 players. You get an hour and a half worth of music that won't die on you, and if the tape breaks and the whole thing's lost, whatever, you can replace the whole works for about $9 at a secondhand store. So it's a pretty handy way to go. As well, you get a radio here. As well as comms. Now, you've got a radio here, but it's not really designed as a radio. You've got a good set of headphones that, you know, are fairly comfortable. You can wear a hat with. And I keep myself a little Grundig shortwave radio in here as well. You can never have too many radios. You always got to make sure that you're not isolated. You got to know what's going on around you. People are broadcasting news all the time. You got to stay current. As well, we've got our laptop accoutrements and replica media. Now, this is never, ever, ever do you carry original media with you. If ever you are out anywhere, you want to make sure you never have original discs with you. You always want to have copies because software will be stolen. People can seize it, people can take it from you, what have you. You want to make sure that you can lose the software, give the software away, share the software in case you run across somebody who needs it. Information should be free. Make it free, give it away. I always keep a coffee mug handy to have. I usually go with a stainless variety because you always kick these things around. You've got a way for you to put your hot water in, make your coffee. A couple extra boot bands to lock things together. Inside, we've got, you know, your standard stuff, your Wi-Fi card, the floppy disk drive case, usual, everything, because people always think about the laptop. Look at my laptop case. Well, how much stuff can you carry in that laptop case other than the laptop? Not much. Well, it's pretty much useless then, isn't it? Because the cool thing about a laptop is the fact that you're mobile. And once you're mobile, you're able to set up an entire office somewhere, but they want you to set up an entire office with just one laptop? No. No matter how fast Bluetooth gets, there's always going to be external devices you have to attach, so you need a larger bag. The current laptop applications, these laptop bags they're using, they're garbage. No one's thinking things through. They're not looking at all the technology. They just want to buy, if you buy our, Panashiba laptop and you buy all Panashiba parts, it'll fit in our Panashiba bag. Well, that's no good for the wogs. Wogs got to be able to mix and match whatever they need to get the job done. As well, I always am a big old-fashioned fan of hard data. This is an aluminum case where I keep graph paper, notepads, any ideas. You want to make sure you got ink with you, so in case you need to write things down. Sometimes, I'm a big fan of computers, as everyone knows. I love digital media, I think it's great, but you just can't beat paper. You really can't. Putting pen to paper is one of the most, it's almost a spiritual thing to do. I think it's a fantastic thing to do, and artists will tell you there's a lot of artists who won't go digital because they lose that experience of actually physically creating something. And having a notepad with you is always great, especially with graph paper. There's 1,000,000,001 uses. Any role player knows that eventually, after making 1,000,000,000 notes, graph paper is the way to go. So I recommend that. One of these units, these are expensive. You can get some tactical ones that are pretty high speed from Canadian Peacekeeper. They make what they call junior general kits, and they have pen cases and everything like that. I liked it because this is hard, and it keeps your data essentially safe. But with the softer cases, they're a little bit more bulky, and I wanted to kind of slim things down. And of course, last but not least, you want to keep sure you keep your Prosium case. I always go with a larger Prosium case with extra Prosium in the side in case you have to deal with mass dosage, anything like that. The rest of the case on the inside is pretty much straightforward. It does come with plastic trauma panels on the side, which is added protection, as well as on the bottom. That's added protection for any sensitive electronics you keep in the bag. As well on the top, you've got space here for extra batteries, chargers, docking stations, a radio, and in work, I always keep a very, very thin thermaline toque. Toques are an awesome, awesome tool. 80% of all of your body heat is lost through your head. Most people don't realize that. Being Canadian, everyone's, nice toque. But toques, I'm here to tell you, if you've never had a good toque, they're gold. They're gold. They keep you warm, keep your head perfect. Like, you can make a difference in your body temperature just with one little toque. Of course, I don't have a mirror, so I'm probably screwing this up. Now, with the vest and toque on, all I gotta do is shed my glasses, and I look completely different. Look like a normal, everyday guy. I'd run down the street. Hi there. How you doing? Looking good. See? Very, very easy to disguise yourself with just a toque. Excellent. So this concludes my lecture concerning the work bag. My name is Sean Kennedy, and I am the fucking man. Time has come for us to make wog food. Wog food, of course, is a staple of the wog diet. This is something quick, cheap, and easy that anyone can make. Speed is of the essence because you have better things to do with your time. For example, you may only have a few moments until the next level loads. So, you want to be able to come out here, make yourself some food really fast, and get back to what you were doing. After all, wog food is more fuel than food, but it makes the pain stop and is a healthy alternative to a lot of other rapid meals that could occur. So let's go over to some of the stuff that we got here. Wog food has to be very simple and quick to make because wogs don't have to waste a lot of time. You're going to need yourself a rice cooker. You're going to need a 2-cup measuring cup, a 1-cup measuring cup, rice of choice. Now, when it comes to rice, we'll get a little bit more detail, but you got to get the right kind of rice. You need some generic salsa, and I highly recommend Yives ground rice. Why? Well, this is not really meat. It's just it's a soy protein meat, and I think it's a pretty neat creation. And also, it happens to work really well with what we're making here. So I picked that up. I think it's pretty good, and you can generally eat. This is about 1 day's worth of food. Is what I'm going to make here. Especially if you come down off the fast, you got to break the fast properly. You got to make sure you go into the vegetable soups and stuff like that. You follow the directions for the master cleanser very, very carefully. But after that, you kind of want to get something a little bit hot, something that tastes a little better into your system. And wog food is a really nice way to segue back to a diet of your choosing. So the way this starts is, of course, you've got a few moments. The pain stops. You want to eat right now. The problem is you're not going to be able to eat right now. You can prep and then distract yourself for about 20 minutes. To make wog food, you take your 2-cup measuring cup. Get your water in there so you don't have to mess around too much. Just fill it up. Dump that into your rice cooker. No problem. Then, of course, most rice goes 2-to-1. Now, with rice, you want to go with a brown rice as natural as you can get it. Try not to get anything that's been bleached or anything like that. I highly recommend going to an organic food store, getting yourself some organic rice, and making it happen. The only downside about rice is you really can't eat it raw, so I can't feed the stuff I spill to my dog, but that's okay. You take your 1 cup of rice, dump that in there, take your extras, and go in there too. Turn on your rice cooker, walk away. Now that 20 minutes have passed, we're prepared to complete the rest of the wog food. Take the ground round. You open it. Best way to open it is on 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. Take the lid off your rice cooker. In goes the ground round. Top of the ground round, the scraps in there. Salsa in there as well. Less dishes to watch up. You can keep the jars because the jars are very useful. Salsa jars are one of those kind of things that you can put just any number of items in. Now the salsa mixes with the ground round and the rice. Now, of course, the salsa and the ground round are cold, but this rice has just finished being made, so it's really, really hot. Too hot to eat. So by the miracle of modern science and much trial and error, I've discovered that the actual cold salsa and cold ground round, when mixed with the hot brown rice, is the perfect temperature to eat. And you don't have to subject it to any sort of harmful microwave radiation or anything like that. After you get a good mix in there, mix it all up inside the container, get it all up, and you have a perfectly good batch of wog food. Something that does have, some people add garlic to it. From here, this is your basic, okay? You can understand some people go, I put green peppers with that, I do this, I do that. You bet. But this is your base. This is where you start from. You can use this inside of sandwiches, you can make wraps out of it, or you can do what I do, which is I just load the whole works into my bowl and I go from there. Or you can pack her down if you're doing, like, if you want to eat multiple meals to increase your metabolism or whatever. You can put them in a small Tupperware containers, but it's wok food. From here, it's all about the spices and as creative as you want to get. It's quick, it's fast, it's easy, and it makes the pain stop. My name's Sean Kennedy, and I am the fucking man. Today we will see what the hostage situation is like. This entire thing has been constructed purely for Rant Media Studios to demonstrate what it is to be hostages to wogs. These people are all fine, highly trained civilian personnel. This is the terror that people are afraid of on the internet, right here. We're in the heart of darkness, baby. Heart of darkness.
You guys can't run?
Nope, we cannot run. We will stay in here until either rescued or whatever.
Or dead.
Or dead. Do you want to talk about it? Seriously. You know, I want to know what's inside the mind of a terrorist. Really.
I want to tell my story.
Did all you want was a Pepsi and they just wouldn't give it to you?
Yeah, you know.
Army clothes.
You'll be trying to escape.
No, I'm not trying to escape. Honest God.
You ain't trying to escape! he just admitted he got a gun in there.
Wow, you got really nice guns for terrorists. Who's stalking you guys? Like that's like a really high-speed gun.
I killed an American for this.
As long as you don't run, because then I get to shoot
No
you
one's running. Trust me. That's why I'm all sitting in the corner. See, it's funny. People who, unless you're a hostage, I don't think you should have an opinion. But when you are a hostage, you should have an opinion. Because when you're a hostage, you are really clear on what's important in the world, you know? Like,
Shoot him!
If hostages decided everything, they'd be like, so, what do you think of gun control? I think it's really hard to enforce, but it's probably a good idea. I don't think it can work in the real world, though, because these guys are really serious. Do you? Is that why you picked up a gun? Is that where the anger comes from? Are you, like, under control? Because I understand that. I listen to a lot of Art Ballet.
Hey, man!
Okay, sorry, man.
I'm on the edge here.
Okay, sorry. I'm trying to be your friend here. Trying to identify with you.
I want to be your friend.
Okay.
Don't identify with me.
Fuck off! Sorry.
Don't identify with me.
Obviously, my attempts at negotiation have failed. Your job as a hostage is to cry and pee yourself. That's your job. And get dragged around. And occasionally suck a terrorist cock. That's it. And the difference between hostages and terrorists is terrorists have the guns. Hostages do not. No, we were told we're not allowed to run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Besides all that, you have a fucking machine gun. And I have a bag.
That slows you down.
That slows me down a lot.
It isn't bulletproof.
And you know what? That's a very valid point. That's what I try to teach people about kit. Is that unless it's bulletproof, it will slow you the fuck down. This is why patrol bags have a quick release strap. Because when you're being taking fire, nothing else fucking matters.
Yeah, too bad we can't lay minefields, eh?
Yeah, that fucking Geneva Convention, what a bitch, eh?
We signed no convention. We signed no convention. Sierra Leone did not sign the Geneva Convention.
Wow, you guys totally didn't search me. I just realized I've got like tear gas on me. I'm like, shoot it.
Oh,
what's in your bag?
I say we use it.
Who are you guys? Like, why are we hostages
Rough.
today? What?
Revolutionary United Force.
Rough?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And what's your beef?
What's our beef?
Yeah. Suck your ass back in this hole right here, because it's going to get heat up in this room really fast.
We have to be afraid of the guys right there.
Well, see, now this is the beauty of it, because here's where you get the simulation. See, when you're a hostage, people coming to rescue you, the people who are rescuing you are not concerned about you. They're concerned about killing the terrorists. That's why in Israel they believe all hostages be dead already. If they happen to get you the fuck out, that's nice.
That's really encouraging.
So this is why you should learn how to train yourself, otherwise you'll become a hostage and assumed dead by your government. That's what kills guys in the field.
Yeah, the noise.
The noise. Yeah, artillery especially. After 3 days of constant fighting, like on a battlefield circumstance, no matter who you are, you psych. There's nothing they can do to edit that out.
Holy fuck.
Jacket?
Yeah, I think so.
Trust me, put the jacket.
Where's that coming from?
Oh! Shit, this sucks. Oh, way to save the camera, Sam.
Yeah, right.
There's two. Okay.
Thanks.
Nice tactic. That's the way it works, man. Oh. Looks like it's heating up pretty good.
Hey!
Holy gunfire.
Smoke!
Okay, we're in a bad vantage position here.
Holy fuck. Where's it coming from?
Guys, I got a sniper over here!
Oh.
Come back! Gotcha!
This is what I want to do every day. See, it's actually kind of scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
No!
Hostage! Hostage!
I got 2 hostages! News crew!
No weapons.
I got hostages in here! This house is clear, I have a news crew! Get down. Wait till we got support. I need support! I got 2 hostages, I've liberated the news crew! When I say run like fuck, we're gonna do a dog leg past this barrier and in behind that house. You got me?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'll give you cover. You run like fuck. 1, 2, 3, go!
Hostages!
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 We're all being hostages here. Oh God, somebody help me! I don't want to die! Somebody get us the fuck out of here! Thank you.
What the fuck?
Put your ass down right
Much
here,
better in here.
Just get out. Flow. Get over here.
Where's that coming from?
I got tangos off to my right.
Right there!
Okay, don't shoot them, guys. Don't shoot those guys there. I got news crew right here. Those are West Side boys up
It's
there.
amazing training value to do this, because although you learn fire and movement, you don't learn weapon skills, but you learn everything but.
These guys right here are okay. Do not fire on these guys.
No, we're under extraction. These guys are here to help us. See, this is, we've just been liberated by the SAS.
Well, we're not exactly fine yet.
Well, no, we're not. So they're trying to get us out of here. But we're not the only hostages here. Don't be a buddy fucker.
We've got tangos that end. At least 4.
Bet you're wishing you had the helmet now, eh?
Desert boots, bad in swamp.
Oh, really?
Journalist gear bag right here.
Could do a search.
Right. That's not our kit. That's not our
That's not
kit.
their kit.
That's not?
That is not our kit.
Searched?
Well, it was in there where they were.
First,
There was one of the terrorists had it. One of the terrorists had it. We had it.
Shut up. No more talking. Turn that camera off.
Okay.
Camera off.
It's off.
Okay, good. We have
I
to
will put the camera down.
Okay.
You search the bag. I'll cover
Cross
the.
the knees and back. Cross the feet back.
Okay. There's a so-called
Cross your
missile in the
feet.
back, but that's actually not
Cross your
involved in the game.
feet in your back. Hands on your head. Clasp behind your head. Sit up straight. Okay. I think this one's clean. Hands on your head.
Sorry. It's okay. Thanks for cooperating.
Thank you.
I'm gonna search the bags.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Keep your hands on
Don't
your
touch
head,
that
please.
bag. Put it down.
Well, this one.
Excuses to go through my kit for 1,000. Those are audio tapes from Tales from the After now.
No worries.
Exactly.
Which is
Do you guys have any press credentials on you, gentlemen?
Yes, I do. They're in my wallet, which is, I believe, in my bag or in my pocket. I can't remember.
Just a
which
moment.
one it is.
This bag here.
No, you cover.
Yeah.
I search.
Keep your hands on your heads, gents.
Sure.
And I gotta find
That way everybody's happy.
No problem. Hands on head.
No problem.
We need para-security here. We're doing a search.
Okay, I'm just going to frisk you down. Make sure you have everything on you.
It's me and
Yeah, I'll move
Paulie
forward
over
just a
here.
little
We
bit,
need
please.
security.
There we go. That's perfect.
Okay.
You have any knives or needles?
No.
I'm not going to touch your gear. Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. Can I see your press credentials, please? You may move your hands.
Okay. I have to find out where my
Keep your
wallet
hands on your head until the southern
no,
hand's clear,
I'm-
please. Oh, you cleared it? Okay.
Yeah, they've both been cleared.
Cool.
I'm just looking for his press credentials.
Yeah, right here. Which is...
Excellent. Yeah,
Thank you very
that's
much,
great, thank
gentlemen.
you.
Okay.
Permission to film or war journalist?
Yeah, we're common correspondents.
shot of us.
Yeah, no problem.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Can I use my
gotta find
radio?
primary weapon.
Who are you calling?
No, it's just shortwave radio.
Oh, you're listening to this on CNN?
I don't know.
On the BBC? Okay.
And that's what
Is
it
that
feels
Kai?
like to have big scary
My
men with
rifle is
guns
just down south
come in
of you.
and search you.
No kidding.
So now we're just going to keep playing along.
All right.
These guys are actually SAS.
Are we taking these guys with us?
Reasons why you would?
We're going to extract you. Okay. We're going to take you to an extraction zone.
Okay.
Please follow me. Do as I say when I say.
Okay.
Let's go then, gentlemen. All right, let's go, guy. We're taking these guys to the extraction zone anyway.
Hey, we really appreciate you guys doing this. Yeah, this is what they call bad because we're way in the open. This is what's called
No
being-
kidding.
Let's go.
I'm just going to follow you, okay? So now, the SAS operatives have liberated us, which is handy. We've got a bus to catch. I hope my wife's okay. She was in the other party.
I haven't seen her.
No. But these guys are professional. I'm sure they'll get her out.
Okay, gentlemen.
Okay.
Follow us there right in.
Okay. Thank you. I guess this must be what they set up. Oh my god, I have to call my fucking lawyer.
I got one in the shoulder, man.
Sean, it's your wife.
Adrian, you're alive! Oh, sweetie. Hi. Are you okay? Did they hurt you?
No.
Did they take anything?
Take a quick breather.
Oh my god, I'm This is my dog Ranger. I got Ranger from the pound about a year ago. He's part pit bull, which of course makes him a bloodthirsty killer, according to modern legislation. They're trying to bring about these bills called breed-specific legislation, a series of different bills they want to pass like this. They're doing it both in Canada and in the United States. The problem with this is not so much that, well, you know, the dogs are pretty strong and all. You're missing the whole point here. Breed-specific legislation is really a form of eugenics. We're talking about genetics and genetic codes and what's acceptable, what's unacceptable. And when you start with something like that, when you start going, oh, this breed of dog is okay because it's this way, or you start getting very breed-specific, it starts with dogs and you don't know what's going to happen. Now, they've already taken away all of the guns in Canada, and people in Canada are essentially, well, really janitors. We're just kind of looking after the natural resources until the Americans come up and take everything over. Which is okay, you know, because a lot of Americans are really nice people. The government's a little scary, but the Americans themselves are nice people. So the problem is that now in the United States, there's a lot of Americans who are going, whoa, hey, you know, our government's really kind of being weird, and now they're trying to take away all their guns, and of course, next thing after they take away the guns, they want to take anything that'll protect the family. So you can only have the Pomeranians and, you know, the Shih Tzus and all these little dogs that don't do anything. There's lots of dogs out there that have been, you know, people used to be the tough guy dog. You'd have your German Shepherds, you'd have your Rottweilers, and you got your Pit Bulls, and then before that you had like, what was it? You know, you have everything, you know, Fila Brasileiros, Preza Canarios, got Mastiffs, Bull Mastiffs, and you can't tell me that any one dog is the great evil. Anyone who's ever owned, like even the infamous pit bull terrier, will tell you they're a beautiful dog. They're a very heartfelt dog. The little dog that was in the Little Rascals was a pit bull. Okay, the first dog that ever went overseas to help the troops was a pit bull from Pennsylvania named Stubby. These dogs are people dogs. If you have a dog, it's not a thing. It's not like a printer or a peripheral. Okay, it's a companion. It's something that's supposed to be with you. You're supposed to spend time with it. And people don't have the time to spend because it's been taken away by what? By the corporations. Because corporations need all your time. That's why the family unit is falling apart. So the last bastion of defender of the family home would be the family dog. So we better get rid of that too. Because when we decide to put all the people in camps, the dogs might get a little bit upset about that. Because see, dogs don't watch television, so they can hang on to some sort of moral value and family structure and stuff like that. That's really what it's about. That's what breed-specific legislation is all about. People go, whoa, no, Sean, no, you're crazy. That's crazy talk. It's obviously not about that. No, it's the slippery slope. Okay, once you start with a little bit of breed-specific legislation, who knows where that's going to go? It's like the genome mapping thing. Everybody wanted, genome mapping. It's okay. Science is good. I like science. It's good. But I don't like people copywriting me. I don't like people copywriting my cells. Or if they change a little bit and legally everything gets owned. And what's the law now? Anything that isn't a living human can be patented. So how long before the dogs get patented or bioweapons begins to take up as a natural field? Sure, it's just microbes right now, but until we get into genetic engineering, let's cross something with an alligator and see what happens. We're getting really, really twisted. Really twisted because of all the distractions, because we have more media than we've ever had before. Let's not forget that. We have more media than we've ever had before in the world. And we're more distracted than we ever have been. And our family unit has fallen apart so badly that no one's got time for anyone else. It's disturbing. It's twisted. It's wrong. And it's sick and weird. And breed-specific legislation is just a small part. It's a little symptom. It's a little dipstick. It's a check. It's a flag. It's something that shows up and says, hey, everything's getting fucked up. So you got to be careful. You got to watch this. You got to be aware of this. Whoa, why are they? Why? Oh, because it's ripping kids' faces off. Okay, I think it's a tragedy when children are hurt, but I don't really believe that we should ban everyone from having dogs. I think that's a little bit weird. Kids have been mauled for a long time. If you own a dog, guess what? You're responsible for the dog. So if the dog does some damage, you should be charged. I'm all about that. If you have a dangerous animal that you cannot control, it's like having a weapon or a firearm. If you have the firearm, you're responsible for the firearm. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. Okay, well, dogs kill people. They can't. They usually maul them, which is even worse because they have to live with the after effect. But you must have control of the dog. Why was the dog loose? Why was he not fenced? Why wasn't he accurately muzzled if the dog is actually trained as an attack dog? Why is the dog an attack dog? Why is it pit bulls don't just go and attack people? They're trained for that. You have to work to make these dogs mean. You really do. They're really strong, but that doesn't make them vicious. I've seen pit bulls run through plate glass doors and think it was funny. They don't really pick up on it. They got that Incredible Hulk thing on the go. They don't really understand that they could be doing damage to themselves and their environment. But no, we got to vilify them. Then you just wait. First it'll be the pit bulls. Then it'll be any guard dog breed. Then we'll get the Rottweilers out of here. Then we'll get the German Shepherds. And don't forget, that dog's part pit bull, quarter pit bull. You betcha any dog that's not a little frou-frou Pomeranian, gone. Husky's gone. You bet, the whole works. It starts there. Don't look at this. Look at where this leads. Don't look at the road in front of you. Look where the path leads. You got to figure that out. Where are they going with this? That's why I can make accurate predictions about how, the corporation's trying to take away our rights, because it's all profit motivation. What other possible reason could there be? It's not for personal safety, because people don't give a shit about personal safety. They got Vios and personal drugs, and they found out Accutane is killing people now. I mean, there's all these drug companies that are putting out drugs that are killing people. Nobody gives a shit about that, but let's attack the pit bulls. Makes no sense. So what's going on? What's actually happening here? It's just the beginning of an eventual process which leads to an enforced version of eugenics. My name's Sean Kennedy, and I am the fucking man.
So you say you gotta know why the world goes around, and you can't find the truth in the things you found, and you're scared shitless cause evil abounds. Come join us. Well, I heard you were looking for a place to fit in.